It's time to move and be moved by the savings you'll find at Team Mazda. Choose a new 25 Mazda CX-30, Mazda CX-5, or Mazda CX-50 and get 2.9% financing for 60 months. It's time to experience Mazda at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
He slowly sips as we get our Thursday morning started.
Irritating, isn't it?
Great. No, not really. The sweet sounds, it's one of the many sounds that get you going on a morning, early morning. Good morning to you, 7:03, 9 News Now. Thanks for switching on over. Bobby May with the slow tilt pan down to us.
Love that in our big telecommunications studio. I love this.
Look at that.
I love it, love it, love it, love it.
Telecommunicators Week nationally. So this is a week to thank our first responders, those who pick up the call, the dispatchers on the other end of the line. We're going to talk a little bit about that later, but I figured this might be a good time to tell stories about what to do and what not to do. When I was a kid, I was probably about 5 or 6, learning how to use the rotary phone and everything, accidentally dialed 911, called the police, came to the neighborhood, and I still remember feeling that sheer panic when I saw the officer at the door. They're like, what seems to be the trouble? You know, I remember picking up the phone and them saying 911, what's your emergency? And then I hung up immediately because I didn't know what to say. And I think they just sent an officer just to check. And it became a good lesson. And you know, we don't just prank call 911 when we mess with the phone.
That's a good thing. And some of the things he told us this morning live out there, you know, when they're asking you a lot of questions, they have already dispatched.
Yes.
So they're not. You're not waiting on them to dispatch. You know, he made a statement. I wish they quit asking all these questions so that they're gone. They're dispatched. They're just getting a little more detail to give to the people that are on the route.
That's a really good point that you make right there, because it's a source of frustration, and they do a great job. Their job is to not only direct the call correctly, but keep the person as calm as possible in a situation that's not calm.
Yes. What's remarkable to me is the children. Like, you hear those stories where maybe mom or dad had a heart attack and their 4 or 5-year-old knew their address, their phone number, their landline. They knew to repeat all of this off and to talk about the symptoms that mom or dad is experiencing to get the right paramedics or whoever needs to be there. So even more important to have the conversation with your child, a toddler. They can remember all of those things. A phone number these days? It's hard to remember. We don't really do that.
Especially if you have or an address.
Yes.
Especially if you have a parent that has a long-term medical condition, especially like you know, diabetes that could cause you to pass out. Right. You know, things like that. So yeah, it's important.
Ooh,
train them youngins.
It sure is. Learn that.
They did that. Look, TE 31508 833-1508. It's my first phone number back in the 60s.
No area code.
Well, no, it was, but TE, terminal, they used to do little letters for the first two, TE, and it was 833-1508. I remember that phone number.
You did?
I don't remember what I had in my coffee this morning, but I remember that phone number.
Man.
I think the first one I remember is 867-5309.
No way.
Okay. Is this your home phone landline?
It's a song. I'm just playing around.
867-5309.
What is that?
Tommy Two-Tone.
Tommy Two-Tone.
Who?
She's too young.
Oh,
She's too
no.
young.
What
I knew. When you said 867, I knew you were going to go there. It was like, oh, dear heavens.
Oh, okay.
Well, somebody's got to be goofy. Matt's off today.
I know.
See, I was just going to say that. I mean, I love Liz. Matt would have
He would have gotten it. Yeah, because he's from y'all's era.
And he's watching this morning.
Yeah,
because he's old like you.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Wise. That's what I'm going to call it. Wise.
Thank you.
Yes,
I like
with
that.
age
I'm going to play
comes
this
a lot
song
of
for you
wisdom.
after this little segment. Yeah.
I look forward
You'll
to
like
it. Is it a jingle or it's a song?
It's a song. You've heard it before.
If you call it, what happens? That number?
Probably nothing.
Really?
I don't know.
We got a prank call.
Actually, never tried it.
Hi, this is Jenny. I'm not available to take your call right now.
Good one.
That
would be great.
In. Oh, I'm curious now. I'm curious. Okay. Well, Jared, take us outside because it is a beautiful day. Johnny was saying that he actually wants to buy a boat
for
the 9 News This Morning crew. So when Matt gets back, he can take us sailing.
Look at the boats on the next shot we're just about to see.
Yeah, it's a really nice shot. This is actually over in Bay St. Louis, courtesy of our Sky 9 network. Yeah, I'd like to take one of those boats too, especially a couple of these in the front. Those are really nice, kind of like a little mini yacht that we're looking at there. Costs money, But if you can do it, go for it. Anyway, it's going to be a mostly sunny day. Get out there and enjoy. And temperature-wise, we are going to see temperatures getting into the 80s, so it's going to be a little bit warmer the next few days. We're at 58 degrees right now. We have totally leveled off, and we are on our way to highs again around 84. Warming temperatures, matter of fact, tomorrow, upper 80s. How about that? Just trying to avoid 90 at that point. The Easter weekend's not that bad. We are going to be kind of dreary Saturday, Sunday. Saturday's totally dry. Even on Easter Sunday, it's just a couple of showers. It's really not that big of a deal. If you have outdoor plans for Easter Sunday, go ahead and hang on to them. And in the extended, an unsettled, wetter weather pattern. We're not expecting any washouts, but we'll see those numbers come up a little bit. We're not seeing any rain anywhere near our neck of the woods, and we'll have a couple of fair weather passing clouds throughout the day. Graph wants to take us up to 85. I think that's definitely possible. And then we're milder, muggier the next couple of nights as a few clouds start to roll in towards tomorrow. And then the graph wants to take us into the lower 90s tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be quite that warm, but we're going to be knocking on the door of that. Then we take you to the Easter weekend. Saturday's dry, so is Good Friday. Then on Easter Sunday, really the European model is backed off a little bit. That would be good news for our Easter Sunday. So that's why I keep telling people throughout the morning, if you have outdoor Easter plans on Sunday, and most of us do, go ahead and keep them. Don't cancel anything just because of that. And then here comes the cold front. It looks like it's going to barrel right through the area, but it doesn't. It gets hung up, it stalls out, and then we've got this stationary front planted right on top of us next week, and that's going to keep in a chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But so far, so good. We don't have to worry, at least right now, we don't have to worry about severe weather. There's the severe threat Sunday going into Monday per the SPC, and it is well outside of our viewing area. Today, mostly sunny. Even if it doesn't start that way, it will become so, and it might be breezy at times. Winds out of the south 10 to 15. Baseball at the box looking good. I think this is going to be a really good game tonight as Alabama comes to town. Few clouds, and by the end of the game, or around 10 p.m., right around the lower 70s, so you won't even need the jacket if you're heading out to that game. Easter Sunday, again, we do have the 40%, but this is by no means a washout, and not everybody is going to get that wet stuff. So again, hold on to your plans. Just keep that WAFB weather app ready to rock and roll, and we'll hold on to the radar as well. And then there are your increased rain chances next week. But even when we pump up these numbers, it still doesn't look to me like we see any washouts, but we've got 80s all up and down that 10-day forecast. At 7:09, Johnny A., hopefully the roads are cooperating.
They really are this morning, and we're expecting maybe the same tomorrow because a lot of folks may be off for Good Friday and Easter weekend. Starting to see a little bit of slow traffic, as we usually do, right here around Denham. So from Pete's Highway to Range, and then again in East Baton Rouge Parish from O'Neill to Millerville, that's our two slowest sections. Florida Boulevard at the light there at Central Thruway, you saw that. From the 1012 merge to downtown, you're looking good. 5 minutes from the 1012 merge to downtown, knocking on the door of half an hour, just under half an hour. Coming in from Denham, about 27 minutes from Juban, and that's usually normal for about 10 after 7, which it is. And from the 1012 to downtown, there's your College Drive camera, and at Louise Street, looking at the downtown and 10110 merge. It's kind of a quiet morning. WAFB 9 News Now. We do it at 9 p.m. We do it at 3:30 in the afternoon, and right now, a little after 7. Let's go back with some headlines you might have missed next.
You're coming back at 7:11 from the latest headlines. We want to take you out to an early morning house fire where the Baton Rouge Fire Department responded to a billowing smoke scene here. This is what it looked like as firefighters with the Baton Rouge and Central Fire Department got on out there. So this was right around 2:30 this morning. A home on Hillmont Drive, not far from Greenville Springs Road. Now the fire department tells us firefighters got to the scene to find 2 cars actually in flames underneath the carport. That's when the fire had already spread to the home there, where you can see this massive seen. Now, we are told that 2 people were able to get out of the house safely. As for what caused that fire, the investigation will begin into that. As we get those new details, we're going to let you know through the 9 News app. If you make your way down to New Orleans, drive down Poydras Street, you will see this billboard. As of 12:01 overnight, this is when that billboard went up. Members of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity, they're actually gathering in New Orleans for a district meeting there. This is kind of an effort here on behalf of the Wilson family, not only to keep Caleb Wilson's name in the public headlines, but also to gauge awareness for the fraternity to reach out. The family says they've been disheartened by the fraternity members not reaching out to them. The family telling our sister station in New Orleans that nobody has reached out to them after the death of their son. Their son had actually signed the papers and agreed to become a fraternity member. And this is the same night that the alleged fraternity hazing ritual happened. And that's the same night that Caleb Wilson died. As we get the latest on this, if we hear back from the family on whether they've heard from fraternity leaders, we will let you know through the 9 News app. Bringing you back to the Baton Rouge area now for an opportunity to do some good. There is a blood drive for the Baker Fire Department's fire chief. Chief Ronald Brady has actually been diagnosed with AML leukemia. It's a specific type of leukemia where he needs a lot of whole blood and platelets. If you're able to donate, make your way to the Baker City Fire Department. It's located on Groom Road. They are taking those blood donations from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. today. You can make your way there with or without an appointment. They will take you. Make sure you eat a full meal before heading that way. A heads up for East Baton Rouge Parish, there are some holiday changes with Good Friday tomorrow. Today, in fact, they will close their offices at 2 p.m. They'll stay closed through tomorrow. Of course, this is an observance for Good Friday. Garbage and recycling will be collected as usual, but keep in mind if you have the big junk to toss away, that Starwood Court collection facility will be closed through Easter Sunday as well. A lot to keep in mind as we approach Easter Sunday.
Yes, indeed.
Good Friday.
Yes, indeed.
A lot of people may actually have tomorrow off.
Yep.
But we will be here.
Yeah, a lot of people do have tomorrow off, actually.
I still think it's interesting. Good Friday. I could see the Monday after. People, travel for the long Easter weekend, but I suppose it just depends.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And good traffic hopefully tomorrow for Good Friday and Easter weekend. We'll see. It's not
Yes.
bad now, but I don't want to jinx it.
Behave. We still have a couple more hours to go, but so far the sun's coming up, Jared. Looks good.
Yeah, it's going to be a really nice day today. A little bit on the warm side, though.
Okay. Well, stay with us. We'll see you in a couple minutes for a check of the weather and traffic.
If it's truck savings you're looking for, then that's what you'll find at Team Toyota. Like a new Tacoma for just $299 a month. Or get 2.9% financing on a new 25 Tundra or $3,000 customer cash. You'll find these savings and more right now at Team Toyota. I-12 at O'Neill.